Renata Glasc is a new support with an incredibly versatile kit that's capable of completely turning fights with her amazing ultimate. Renata also has damage, shields, buffs and even revivals too, making her brilliant in the majority of games. She does however have very long cooldowns early game, and due to the fact she has no mobility and is pretty squishy too, this makes her extremely punishable. So when it comes to runes, most people have been having success with the sorcery tree. Arcane Comet and Scorch increase your trading potential massively, and Mana Flow Bland helps out with those early mana issues. Transcendence is also a no-brainer with just how long Renata's cooldowns are. After that, the Inspiration Tree seems to work the best, as approach velocity synergizes so well with Renata's kit, and the perfect timing stopwatch can be absolutely pivotal in those early fights as well as building into a Zhonya's. In terms of your skill order, maxing your E definitely seems to be the best option. After that you can max your W and finally your Q to finish. So when it comes to your mythic item, Imperial Mandate is definitely the best one to go for, as it gives her all the stats she prioritizes. Ability Haste to reduce those long cooldowns, Ability Power to pack more of a punch, health to solve some of her fragility, and some extra mana regen. To add to all of that, when you slow or immobile an enemy, you and your AD carry deal bonus magic damage to them, and you both gain bonus movement speed when you're chasing them. So you're going to want to start with a Spell Thief's Edge, and then turn that into a Shard of True Ice whenever you can. Lucidity Boots are without doubt your best option too, as your cooldowns are extremely long and this will definitely help out. After this, you want to go for items with both AP and or extra utility. Some great options to go for next are Ardent Censer, Staff of Flowing Water and Zhonya's Hourglass. For some extra damage options, Majia's Soul Stealer can be brutal if you're snowballing hard, and Cosmic Drive just feels amazing with all the damage and movement speed you get from it. There are some more situational options too that can also be of great benefit. Vigilant Wardstone, Chemtech Putrefier and Banshee's Veil all work in different circumstances. So against easier matchups, you're going to want to look to abuse your opponents with your E and your passive in the majority of all trades. You can buff up your teammates with your W and even consider diving them if you're super far ahead, as the revival can make it far less punishing. Search for opportunities to catch out your enemies with your Q, as this can be a great way to initiate fights. Once you've got your ultimate, have fun sending your enemies berserk and laughing as they take each other down for you. Against harder lanes though, Renata struggles against hard engaging supports with hooks or marksmen who can poke her down from range. Try to be more reserved with your abilities, as if you waste them, these champions can punish you far easier. You definitely still have the ability to outplay bad matchups with this champion though, as your basic abilities just have so much potential. So try and capitalize on your enemy's mistakes instead to get through these lanes easier. Renata Glasc synergizes best with champions who can benefit most from the attack speed and movement speed buffs that she offers. Jinx is an insane example, as the resets together can be absolutely devastating. Another unique synergy is throwing enemies into allied traps with Renata's Q, making Jinx and Caitlyn even more potent teammates. In the lane phase, you'll be looking to trade around your passive and your E. Try to sit behind your AD carry to benefit most from this ability with its damage and its shielding. Search for opportunities to punish your enemies with your Q and throw them into their teammates, their minions or any allied abilities for its maximum impact. Renata's W is easily one of the most impactful basic abilities in that bot lane. Not only does it increase allied movement speed and attack speed, but it also refreshes on champion takedowns. This ability also grants a potential revive too, so the timing of this ability can definitely sway the outcome of your lane. Your ultimate is a fantastic tool to win 2v2s, but its cooldown is pretty long, much like your basic abilities, so try not to misuse them or you'll find yourself easily punished. You should also be super careful about threatening enemy abilities, as you sincerely lack mobility and you're fairly easy to burst down. When it comes to team fights, this is really where Renata starts to shine though. She has a ton of amazing tools that can completely win fights by herself, including all those revivals and the huge game-changing ultimate. Renata excels at buffing and boosting her teammates' damage and movement, so stick near your best allied champion and help them carry with you. When playing Renata, you offer so much in teamfights, but you are super vulnerable to getting caught out. Due to your potency, enemies may try and take you out before you have a chance to fight, so be extra careful when rotating or just searching for wards. Renata's Q is also a great way to pick off enemies before fights. Throwing them into each other or towards you or your teammates can lead them into a nasty fate. Finally, try to look for opportunities when your enemies are in confined spaces to pull off a huge 5-man ultimate. This can be more than enough to win the fight and potentially even the game. Let's finish off this video with a few quick Renata tips and tricks. You can actually keep abusing Renata's passive by constantly switching targets and reapplying the effect onto the intended target. This can be really good in the early game trades to repeatedly benefit from that bonus damage. You should look to hit your enemy with your E to slow them before trying to hit your Q, as it's fairly slow and it's kinda easy to dodge without it. There are certain abilities in the game that can completely turn down your ultimate. Yasuo's Windwall, Samira's Blade Whirl, and Braum's Unbreakable can all ruin your day. It's also worth mentioning that Cleanse, QSS and Mikael's will also help enemies get out of your ultimate, so make sure you're factoring in all of these things when playing this champion. Thank you for checking out this short guide on the new champion Renata Glasc. Good luck and have fun.